in the house. Let's go! Step inside the ring where the legends were made. Independent warriors never looking for fame. Rude boy swinging, Huck calling the shots. Two lifers of the business with the stories that rock. From the sheet breaking heat in the Motor City. Bobo Brazil dropped the hammer, never pretty. Jerry Lawler on the mic, Dusty Rhodes with the soul. Gino Hernandez with that shine and that gold. This is wrestling real talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Real stories from real champions through real lives. Old school, new school, every lane, every block. Detroit wrestling forever, wrestling real talk. From the territories down to today's indie scene. Blood, sweat stories, the things fans never see. Icons, outlaws, legends who never quit. If you lived it or you loved it, this song is for it. Rude boy, A.T. Huck, independent legends, y'all already know. Wrestling real talk, where the truth hits hard. Let's go!
The legends were real. The stories were wilder. And now it's time to talk about it. This is Wrestling Real Talk. And now your hosts, A.T. Huck and Rude Boy.
Hey, welcome once again, everybody, to Wrestling Real Talk. Yes, man, oh man. Once again, we would like to welcome you guys, everyone listening. Thank you guys so much. Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish listeners and friends and family out there. Right now, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Rudy Hill, a.k.a. Rude Boy, former JCW World Champion. That's right, never lost the title. And sitting to the left of me is my brother, my dear brother, someone who, let me tell you something, is the king of the Caribbean. He's the king of South Beach. He is the one and only smooth operator himself. Yes, A.T. Huck.
What's happening, Rudy, man? And once again, thank you for such a great introduction. Man, did we have a blast in the Caribbean last week.
We most certainly did. We were, man, what an
crystal
awesome
clear
time.
water.
Man, we were on the Carnival Conquest cruise line, and that, man, what an awesome time. Doing something that I'd never done in my life, and you didn't either.
Exactly.
And,
never been on a cruise before,
right,
except for Bablo.
Right. I was on many of those cruises, man.
And you could feel that boat moving.
Oh my goodness, man! Only for a minute did we feel the
only for a second.
Yeah,
now, I question that too,
right?
You know, but you couldn't even tell you were moving.
No,
and
no
we're
doubt.
on the Atlantic Ocean.
No doubt.
Just blue water, all that's all you could see all the way around.
So beautiful, and such a wonderful time hanging with our friends and our producers, who I want to tell you right now, for those of you guys who are joining us and who've been rolling with us, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you. We love you guys, man. Thank you for rolling with us. But you guys often hear in the background our producers, Carlito and Bobby Rocks. And the thing is, Carlito and Bobby Rocks, we're like, hey, they're in the booth right now, but we're like, hey, why don't you guys mic yourselves up and be a part of the show? So if you hear these voices,
what up?
If you hear these voices on here, don't be alarmed. We're not being rated by ICE or nothing. but that was a terrible joke.
It was.
That was terrible, man.
I was about to add to it.
Fuck them. I said it. Yep. Anyways, if you hear those voices, that's Carlito and that's Bobby. And, they always like to chime in because they always come up with some cool stuff about their opinions on some of the things that they've seen. And,
and sometimes we'll forget a name or something like that. And they can look it up real quick and let us know or chime in and say it later.
Absolutely. So those of you out there listening, welcome aboard, Carlito and Bobby Rocks. Anyways, back to man, we got so much to talk about, Huck.
Hey, I want to jump in real quick, and I know you're going to look at me cross-eyed. But last week on the podcast, we talked about a match with Ric Flair in the Caribbean where he dropped the title, and he was afraid to leave the building if he hadn't dropped the belt to this wrestler, and we couldn't think of his name.
Right.
And it was Jack Vernino.
Jack Vernino.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, so listen to that, fans. Ric Flair actually lost the title, but it was never recorded by the NWA.
Exactly.
Never recorded. If not, he would have never got off of that island.
Oh, no, they would have rioted for sure. At least that's what he felt.
Special thanks to all of you guys who have left comments and stuff, man. That's so cool. Thank you so much. And yes, it's the holiday season, and what better place to go get yourself some cool merch. That's right. Go over to throwdowntheater.com right now and check out this chic t-shirt. Oh my God. Any wrestling fan would love to have that under the tree AT Huck.
Oh, they definitely would, man. It's a great shirt. Well, two different versions too.
Indeed.
You know, the wanted t-shirts, the chic, and it lists all on the back, all of his offenses against professional wrestling. You know, it's a great, very, how can I say, creative shirt, you know, that we have out. Well, and I'm not on top of that. What about the cards, the trading cards?
The trading cards are sought after because, hey, now you can't find them anywhere.
Exactly.
That's real.
And you can only get them here anyway.
Right. No doubt.
But soon there'll be another line of cards coming out. Great photos as always. You know, pictures, never before seen photos, you know, of some great moments in big time wrestling history right here in Detroit.
Amen to that. So check that out, fans. Throwdowntheater.com. Check it out, throwdowntheater.com, and get yourself something really cool, or get some of your loved ones for the holidays.
Great stocking stuffers.
Absolutely. Speaking of stocking stuffers, that tickets are going to be going on sale sooner than you think. That's right. For January 17th. January 17th, Saturday night at El Rey. Taqueria El Rey in Southwest Detroit, right there on Bagley Street. The House of Champions presents once again International Big Time Wrestling, and what a way to come back in 2026 that on a Saturday night at 7 p.m., bring yourself down to Southwest Detroit for a main event that everyone is talking about. I'm talking about everyone is talking about. And that is, well, I'll let the Booker man tell you the main event.
Well, thank you very much, Rude Boy. But like you said, man, this main event is a main event of main events. When you can pull out a flyer and only put the main event on the flyer, you're talking about a hell of a match. And it's getting some news coverage coming up very soon. We're working on that. But this, like I said, man, this match between Nyla Rose and Big Mama will definitely be one of the matches of the year. You know, and it's starting out the year. Great.
What a great way to start out the year. And like you said, everybody's talking about it. And like you said, just having the main event on the flyer, not having fucking 30 guys that no one knows. When I see those flyers, it's like, why? First off, why do you got these guys no one fucking knows or cares about?
Well, you know what?
What happened to the days
give
of
credit,
earning
though,
your way up there?
I understand what you're saying, and I feel the same way.
Right.
But what it is, they'll put everybody's picture on there, so they'll pass out the flyer.
Ain't that a damn shame? That should just come in the territory.
That's what I think.
You know,
that's what I think.
You know what, man? If you're on the show, you should pass out the flyer, regardless if your name
on it
is
or
on
not.
it or nothing. Because who the hell are you? Unless you've sold the tickets.
Oh, I agree.
I mean,
agree.
for real. That's one of my pet peeves.
I agree. I like to highlight the main event. be it the tag team or for the heavyweight title or for the women's championship.
Right.
You know, the women's championship is just as important.
You know,
it's not a sideshow here in IBW.
And let me also say this, Huck, that you know what, like I'm like this in just life, not just in wrestling, because you know there's a lot of underground hip hop shows that I wouldn't mind going to see, but man, I don't want to sit through fucking 30 openers, man, that are 28 of them suck. You know, it's like I don't want to sit through all that bullshit. You know what? A show should have at the tops 4 acts on it, man. If you can't make a show run with 4 acts, then man, maybe you might want to do something different. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that's one of my pet peeves. But back to well, I want to get back to the weekend, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get back to the weekend because you came over and hung out with me and Carlito because you had some bad luck with your furnace.
Yeah, man, we get back from the Caribbean, man, and the shit just hit the fan, man. Our furnace went out, and it took several days for the repairman to get out. So you guys knew I was at home freezing. I had a little space heater, you know, closed up in my room watching Netflix or whatever, YouTube. But the rest of the house was freezing. Dude.
Right, man.
Freezing.
And Carlito and I, we're over there chilling and stuff. And Carlito
And I'm like,
was
damn, I just got back from the Bahamas. Now I'm in the Arctic.
84 degrees hanging out, you know, missing flights and shit.
Right. That's another story. We didn't talk about that.
That is another story. We will be talking about that very shortly. But so Carlito's like, hey, man, what's Motor doing? And I said, man, I don't know, man. Let me hit him up, man. I know he's, you know, probably chilling with his space heater or something. Man, we were like, fuck that. Let's call him over. We'll hang out.
I totally forgotten. My mind is still on 11:30 for Saturday night's, you know, the main event.
Right. No, but I'm not
Because
talking
it used
about
to
that.
come
I'm
on.
not talking
Okay.
about that. I'm talking about the day before that.
Mm.
I'm talking about on the afternoon, and you came over. And we smoked out.
Oh yeah, okay.
We had a smoke out session.
I remember now.
And we chose wrestlers by name.
Right.
I chose Gino Hernandez. You chose Wild Bull Curry. Johnny Valentine.
That match
Wild Bull
specifically.
Curry, Carlito chose.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting there, and one of the questions came up was, man, like a father and sons in wrestling, you know, Wild Bull Curry, and like who is better? Was Wild Bull Curry better than Flying Fred Curry?
Well, you know, in my opinion, and I grew up watching them, so I saw them. That's the TV I was watching.
Right.
And Bull Curry was on. Bull Curry was definitely more intriguing, you know, to say, and he was wild and crazy, and he sold tickets.
Yeah.
Fred Curry, to me, I liked him, but I was never that impressed with him.
Right.
You know, as far as like him being a national star. And I know he went other places. He wrestled in Texas and maybe even in New York. You know, and I like Fred Curry, but next to Bull Curry, it was like no comparison.
Right. Well, Bull Curry to me was more intense.
And more intense. He
More
was the
intense,
innovator.
right,
Man, hardcore
you know,
was Bull Curry.
No doubt.
You know, they say the Sheik got Doodle the Butcher, but you got to give the props to Wild Bull Curry.
But I have to give props where props due because, I'm younger than you. And I was a guy who was a young kid, maybe 8-9 years old, man. And Flying Fred Curry was my shit.
Yeah,
man,
I know, and I
with
can
those
see
drop
that.
kicks and everything. You know,
He do 20 drop kicks in a row.
in a row. And
But how come one wouldn't do it or two?
it's true.
No, I'm just messing around.
Let me
You have
tell
to
you
do
something.
20 to put him down.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry, Mr. Curry. I love you.
But most definitely, 100%, the father wins on that
Yes,
one.
yes.
You know, I mean, when you think about it, there's no, you know, I mean, and like you said, Wild Bull Curry drew money.
He drew money. And for years, I think he started in the 30s.
Right.
You know, before that, he was a police officer
Mm-hmm.
and a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
I think he actually boxed one of the world champions. I don't know why I'm thinking Jack Dempsey.
And let me throw
You
this
know.
name at you, man. And And I'm only saying this name because he was the most famous of the bunch. Who was better? Was it Fritz or was it Kerry Von Erich? Now let's talk turkey, man.
I think I'll have to say Fritz.
Fritz.
I say Fritz because Fritz was an innovator. He popularized the claw hold.
Yes.
He was like the Sheik in Texas,
Right.
for a very long time. And he was actually a United States heavyweight champion here.
Right.
Traded the title back and forth with maybe Johnny Valentine, Lord Layton.
Mm-hmm.
So Fritz was a icon here, and he wrestled everywhere in Japan.
Right.
Man, everywhere. And his career actually lasted way longer than Kerry's.
Okay.
I think Kerry is the modern day warrior, and I love Kerry Von Erich.
Oh, me too.
But as far
man.
as a consummate wrestler and knowing the business and the things that Fritz did for the business as a promoter, world-class championship wrestling was his baby. So I'm putting all that in there when I'm talking about Fritz.
Remember the stump of the other day was who was better, Johnny Valentine or Greg Valentine?
That was the tough one that we talked about. Thank you, Carlito. That's right, man. We had a intense conversation the other day about that, and I of course I have a soft spot for Greg because I wrestled him a few times. Mm-hmm. I was in a dog collar match with him. You were there, and he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And but his father was one of the best to ever do it, to ever lace up boots.
He definitely was, and I'm going to have to lean to Johnny,
really?
Over Greg. Because
I'd say Greg, and only because of popularity. Well, everyone knows him, who he is. He drew big money for during, New York.
But Johnny's time, people knew who he was. But Greg, when you look at Greg and the way Greg wrestles, you see Johnny Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you see Dustin Rhodes wrestle, you don't see Dusty.
Right.
When you see Cody, you don't see Dusty or Gold Dust.
Right.
Greg Valentine at one point was almost like a duplicate.
It's crazy too because he actually was sent by his father to the Sheik for training.
Mm-hmm. He wrestled as Babyface Nelson.
Babyface Nelson here in Detroit, Michigan.
And also one of the Fargos.
Well, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was Johnny Fargo, I believe.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So Johnny Valentine, and by the way, he was one of the guys that we watched a couple matches of, great matches, by the way. Fans, check this out. Everything that we talk about, you can find it on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to Throwdown Theater on YouTube and Rox TV. That's ROX with the dash TV. And you'll see all the cool-ass videos on there, man. There's some cool videos. You know what, man? I was in the music business a whole long time, Huck.
Yeah, I know.
You know that. And I got to work with the best of the best. I mean, when you talk about the true innovators of the underground, it doesn't get much better than Insane Clown Posse. It doesn't get much better than Esham. It doesn't get much better than these cats. These were the innovators of it. And everyone, so often, young artists come up to me and they say, Rude Boy, man, check this out, man. What kind of advice can you give me, for my craft in music that would help me? And the first thing I ask them is, well, let me see the video. And the moment that they say, and I ain't got no video, well, right there, man, then how are you really taking your craft serious? It's all about visual. It's all about all of that cool stuff. And most people tell me that I have talked to and said that same thing. They're like, man, I can't afford that, man. And then I say, what? Man, have you talked to my boys over at Rox TV? Because I'm going to tell you something. They work with budgets. They work with budgets. They ain't too proud to help out, especially if you're good and if you believe in your craft. If you believe in you, take a gamble on yourself. If you really believe, hit up Rocks TV, check them out, and they've got a holiday special going on. They've got a holiday special going on, and they'll tell you all about it. Once you hit them up, go over to Rocks TV and ask them, hey, what's up with the holiday special?
Great stuff.
Exactly.
Gotta go
man.
get it.
Exactly. You've been in a few of their videos.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
enjoy it.
Yeah. A lot of wrestlers
stuff.
have been in it. Yes.
Hey, gentlemen, we got a fan question that just came in the email from Jimmy, New Jersey. He wants to know.
Jersey.
Yeah, that too. But he wants
I love
to know,
New Jersey.
who was the toughest wrestler you guys were in the dressing room with?
In the dressing room
In
with.
the dressing room with.
Oh my goodness! I can think right off the top, and I guess he's one of the toughest, and that would be Johnny K9, Bruiser Bedlam.
Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. I swear to God, you just did.
Yeah,
He was a tough mother.
right.
man.
He tried to intimidate dudes in the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
that type of thing. But I was
yeah.
cool with it.
Oh, I was cool with him too, man.
And we get into scuffles. I would get into like Carlito. Oh, I forgot, like Carlito attacked me this past weekend.
okay,
That's how Bruiser Bedlam
Stop
would
right
attack
there.
me.
Stop right there. So we're in South Beach, everybody, right? We're in South Beach the night before the cruise is set to sail. And we're at a place called Ted's in South Beach, Miami. Go in there and say hello from Detroit if you're in that area. It's a cool dive bar down
fun.
there, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, Carlito and I had been there since like
All
3
day.
o'clock in the afternoon, and we're there, and then the football game comes on, and at that time, I'm blue back. I am blue back. On top of that good Miami weed, which was bomb, by the way. So I'm like, I'm going back to the room, and Bobby made sure I made it back safe and sound and shit. And then so me and Bobby, we crashed in the room and watched TV and shit. Next thing you know, man, we hear all this commotion coming in the door. And here it is Carlito and A.T. Huck. Both fucked up. Carlito is on some other shit, you guys. Let me tell you something. Man, Carlito all of a sudden turns into the Incredible Hulk.
No, here's what happened. I started busting his balls about something. I don't even remember what I was saying, but it was like he laid across the bed, and you were trying to make him get up.
Yeah.
And I was like, he can't get up. He's like a big penguin. He can't even do a sit-up.
Yeah, you told him that.
And that pushed his buttons.
Oh, my God. Then all of a sudden, Carlito's like, oh, yeah, come on, wrestler.
You
Come
can't
on,
do
ref.
nothing. You can't do nothing.
And all of a sudden, Carlito Hill is on top of A.T. Huck. I'm talking about full body.
No,
body.
wait. First, he pulled me off the bed by my legs. By my legs. So I took a big bump on the floor. First off, 64.
64 fucking years old man getting beat up by this 29-year-old.
And I'm laughing the whole time. I'm losing my breath.
The whole time, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, my God. I couldn't stop laughing at this.
Good times, though, man. We had a blast.
It really was good times, man. And
I got accosted.
Yes, man. And shout out.
Going back, but that's what Bruiser Bedlam would do.
Yes.
He speared me in the parking lot into a car. The Taylor, what was it?
The sport, that was the Sheridan.
The Sheridan,
Community.
yes, in the parking lot. He speared me into a car.
No shit. I liked Bruiser Bedlam. He was always good to me. He always called me Rudo. Hey, Rudo, come here. Rudo, what's up?
Oh, the first time, I gotta say it. I gotta say this is wrestling.
And he'd
Real
always
talk.
say some racist shit.
The first time I met him, this was like in Port Huron.
Uh-huh.
And he walks up, and I'm standing there with somebody, maybe Steve Nixon. but he walks up and he says, "What's up, my nigga?" And I look at Steve Nixon. He looks at me. He's like, "What do you mean, brother? That's what they say, right? I didn't say nothing wrong."
Hey, you know he called me and the Rudos, right? He would call us beaners.
Beaners, he would call you.
Here come the beaners. I mean, whatever.
People who don't know, this is Johnny K9,
Johnny
who
K9,
later
yes.
wrestled as Bruiser Bedlam.
Bruiser Bedlam.
And you can actually see him on Dark Side of the Ring.
You can see his special on Dark Side of the Ring. And you can also check him out on Smoky Mountain Wrestling. You can check that out on Peacock with the WWE subscription or whatever. And yeah, they got some classic matches. Him against Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. Savage went down there to work for him. That was some good stuff. Smoky Mountain.
Smoky Mountain was most certainly good, man. Shout out to Jim Cornette and the Cornette Experience, one of my favorite podcasts that I often check out all the time. Also, speaking of cool podcast and cool TV shows, man, check out now. This is what I call wrestling. A.T. Huck, you've been a part of it.
Yeah, I must say.
It is the most funny shit ever.
He just rips on everybody, man.
One of my
Scott
favorites.
the Rock Stevens, rest in peace. The Gypsy, rest in peace. But
Gypsy.
he just tears him a new asshole.
Bro,
it's so hilarious.
And not only that, it's from all over the world. He gets these tapes.
Yeah, all different episodes. I've been checking it out.
Oh,
it's
me
pretty
too,
funny.
man. I can't stop. I kick back, usually smoke out with Carlito, and there we go, man. We're just on a binge on that, man. It's just so much fun. But by the way, so back to our day, me, you, and Carlito on our smokeout day. So we watched Johnny Valentine, we watched Gino Hernandez, we watched Wild Bull Curry. Then all of a sudden, the holy grail of all movies came right there.
We saw it. That's right.
The full-on film of I Like to Hurt People, filmed here in Detroit, Michigan in 1976 at Cobo Arena at WGPR Studios. I mean, and starring a who's who of wrestling: Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, Dory and Terry Funk, Abdullah the Butcher, Abdullah Farouk, Eddie Creechman, Ox Baker, the great Terry Sullivan. I mean, Terry Sullivan has a big part in that. Carlito was like, Terry Sullivan looks smooth, man.
Yeah, he did. That was a young Terry Sullivan, and one of the best interview segments of all time was Eddie the Brain Creechman and the Abdullah Farouk.
Oh,
I love watching that.
I like the part where he's on the date with the chick and he's like, "Tonight, you like big man?"
Oh, that's at the concession
Giant,
stand.
Right. He's like, "You gonna check out Giant Papa, man?"
Terry Sullivan was trying to mac, huh?
Oh yeah, he was looking smooth, man.
And then that dude, what's his name? Lou Furpin.
Lou Furpin
came into the picture and cock blocked. It was hilarious. Stop the Chic movement.
Stop the Chic movement. And
but yeah, some of the footage, I remember watching it when it was on, that great interview with Dusty Rhodes.
Yes.
Right after he tried to stop the Chic from destroying, what was his name? Was it Wayne? Oh man, I can't remember.
Wayne Cashman.
Wayne Cashman?
Wayne Cashman.
No, the wrestler that he was pounding, the Chic was destroying.
Oh no, that was oh gosh, what was his name?
Not Cassidy, was it? Here we go again.
No, Butch Cassidy was
was Butch Cassidy, right?
The ref.
Oh, Cowan. It was something Cowan. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
He was getting his ass handed to him.
He was getting his ass handed to him. And Dusty came out, and the police are kind of holding Dusty back.
And you know the beauty of that. First off, let me say, man, Bob Finnegan was awesome in that. Yeah. His interviews and the way he narrated it, kind of in the background.
Right,
and
he was the producer.
It was great, man.
Of Big Time Wrestling, the weekly show.
And by the way, let me also say this: one of the coolest soundtracks of all time, and one of our dear friends has a track on it. The great Mod Father.
That he does.
What's his name? Mark Boone.
Mark Boone, the Mod Father.
Yes. And a great former manager here at International Big Time Wrestling, one of the all-time legends, man. I love him. I love him to death.
Great guy, man.
Indeed.
Former printer, too.
Yes.
Yeah, his trade was he was a graphic artist or a machine, ran machines.
Yeah.
So we had that in common.
And a hell of a band, a hell of a keyboard player, man. On our very first Chicano Fest, we did a Cinco de Mayo Fest at the Token Lounge, and we had the great Melvin Davis on that. I mean, just a legend, and that was wonderful. But Modfather played that, and he was awesome, man. One of the coolest guys ever, man. God bless Modfather. Mod bless Modfather. Okay, so anyways, so then we checked out I Like to Hurt People, man, and it was great. And then all of a sudden it was like, all right, let's watch the Wrestling Queen.
The Wrestling Queen. I hadn't seen that in years.
Which it's about Vivian Vachon and the Vachon family. And I was, after seeing I Like to Hurt People, it was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was.
It was just hard to watch.
If you had watched it on its own and not right after I Like to Hurt People, I think you would have appreciated it more.
No doubt.
Carlito as well, because there's a lot of footage, because we cut it off. We didn't watch it all the way through.
No, we didn't.
There was some old footage that you would probably like to see.
Yeah.
That you don't know. Like there was some Tarzan Tyler on there. Not just showing him, but actually wrestling.
Right.
But yeah, it could have been better as far as like the somebody in the background doing commentary.
Right. I mean, it's pretty boring.
Yeah, because they just showed long stretches of matches with no purpose.
Right.
The way I Like to Hurt People was done, you could follow it. It was a lot easier to follow because everything was like in its place.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And the interviews and everything were so much better. It was and the music.
Oh my goodness,
there's no good soundtrack for the Queen of Wrestling.
Absolutely not. Now that's bringing us to the end of this episode right here of Wrestling Real Talk. That's right. Hey, just like Jerry did in New Jersey, you're welcome to hit us up and ask those questions. We don't have a problem answering anything, and the controversial, the better. Fuck that. Yeah, I said it. That's right. Once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for cruising with us right here on Wrestling Real Talk. It's been awesome. A.T. Huck, would you like to say any goodbyes, good riddance, or any of that good stuff?
I always enjoy doing the show, and, I love the feedback from, our listeners. Keep them coming. We have a lot to talk about, a whole lot of stuff we haven't talked about. And sometimes we go in circles, but we always come back around like a boomerang, just like the Fabulous Kangaroos. Used to throw the boomerangs out to the crowd, Al Costello and Don Kent. But, hey, just keep tuning in. We'll be back next time, and I hope you'll be back next time. And that's about it, Rudy.
All right. Like I said, happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends. Happy holidays to everyone. Whatever you celebrate during this holiday season, man, we hope that it's safe and sound for you. And once again, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us right here on Wrestling Real Talk, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decide to roll with us. And we don't take that shit lightly. Not at all. We're thankful for each and every one of you guys. Me, I'm personally thankful for everything in my life, man. I'm a blessed man. I truly am. I'd like to thank you guys again for joining us right here, Wrestling Real Talk. You know what? I got to tell you this, even though you should already know it. But I got to say it once again. We're not here for a long time. However, we are here for a good time. Be good to one another. Take care of one another. Oh, my goodness. Praise God above.
Peace.